Very good morning to all. Welcome to Nirja Education. This is my second video. I have posted my first video. Please go through it. At the same time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Today class we are going to discuss on the topic structure of cell. Already in previous class we discussed what is cell, what are the different type of cells based on the numbers. Now let us see how actually the cell was observed, how it is look like, right? In that we have to try one experiment, right? Let us try this experiment with the help of onion peel. So you just collect some onion from your one onion you collect from your home, just peel outside the skin and you take the inner skin and remove the small pieces of the small skin pieces of the onion and put it on the slide. After keeping, you just add safranin or methyl blue as an indicator. It gives colors to the cell. Then we have to keep under the microscope for first we have to see for 10x, then we have to observe in 40x. You will get this type of structure. You just notice this structure, it is a honeycomb like structure. Yesterday class also we discussed, Robert Hooke discovered cell, it is look like a honeycomb like structure. Here if you see this cell, suppose I am taking this one cell means the one cell is composed of 4 different components. The outermost, the yellow color portion is called cell wall. Of course the onion is a plant cell, the plant cell having cell wall. Then the green color innermost layer is called plasma membrane. It is called plasma membrane. Then the pink color fluid like material is called cytoplasm. You have noticed each and every cell, small ball like structure it is present at the center or side of the cell. That ball like structure is called nucleus. So now children, the basic component of the cells are plasma membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm and nucleus. These 4 are called as basic component. Once again I repeat, basic component of the cells are plasma membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now we have to discuss in detail each and everything. Plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is also called cell membrane. This plasma membrane, it is the outermost membrane of living organism, particularly animal and human being. Then what about plant and other organism means this is present below the cell wall, right? Only animal, human being, this plasma membrane is the outermost membrane. At the same time, this plasma membrane is very delicate membrane, thin like structure, it is very flexible too and it is living nature also. This plasma membrane is act as a selectively permeable membrane. Why the plasma membrane is called selectively permeable means it allows only selective substances from inside the cell to outside or outside to inside. So this is the main point of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane act as a selectively permeable membrane. Why plasma membrane is act as a selectively permeable membrane means it allows only selective substances from say outside the environment to inside or inside to outside. So here I written it allows only selective substances. How the substances can be enter inside means it enter the movement of substances in and out of the cell by the process of two process can be involved for the allowing of the substances. One is it allow the gaseous substances like oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. Another one is it allows the substances in the form of water. So there are the 2 processes allow the substances in and out. What are those processes means? One is called diffusion. One process is called diffusion. Another process is called osmosis. What are the 2 processes allow for the plasma membrane means there are the 2 processes. One is diffusion, another one is osmosis. What is mean by diffusion? Diffusion is a simple process. It allows only gaseous substances from higher concentration to lower concentration. Keep it in your mind children. It allows only gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen. This type of gases it allow from higher concentration to lower concentration. For example, I am writing here, this is the region 1. This is another one, this is region 2. Right, here the oxygen level is more. Region 1, the oxygen concentration is very high. Here at the same time, in the region 2, the oxygen concentration is less. So just now, how the diffusion process, where to where the oxygen will go means, here this is the higher concentration process. From here to the oxygen will pass to next region of the lower. So here that higher concentration to lower concentration, the oxygen is moving. This process is called diffusion. Here I written gaseous exchange between cell as well as and its external environment. It passed that cell inside the cell to environment or environment to cell. It is transfer the gases only from higher concentration to lower concentration. Next, what about osmosis? Osmosis also, it transfer the material from higher concentration to lower concentration, but it transfer water molecules. It does not transfer gaseous substances. So keep it in your mind, gaseous transformation occur through only diffusion process. Water can be exchanged by the help of osmosis process. How mean? Same like children. Suppose you just imagine this is region 1 and region 2. Here the water content is very less. Region 1 water content is very less, then but region 2 the water content is more, of course higher to lower. So region 2 to region 1 the water molecules are passed. This process is called osmosis. Right children, one concepts are same, both are transfer the material from higher concentration to lower concentration, but diffusion transfer gases, osmosis transfer water. Now let us look at the cell in different solution. Now we are going to learn children behavior of cells in different solution. So actually what we are preparing 3 different kinds of solution. One is called a hypotonic solution, HYPO, hypotonic, TONIC, hypotonic solution. Another one is hypertonic solution, HYPER, TONIC, hypertonic. The third solution is isotonic solution. So already we know that solution means the combination of solute as well as solvent. So solute plus solvent. So here we are taking solvent as a water. Either we are taking salt or sugar. We have to take any one, either sugar or salt. We are taking any one. So the first solution is all 3 are same only, but the concentration is different. Right, the first solution is called a hypotonic solution. Now in all the solution we are keep it inside the animal cell inside. One animal cell we are keep it inside. I hope you all are understood. We are taking 3 different beakers. In that beaker we are arranging 3 different kinds of solution. One is hypotonic, another one is hypertonic, another one is isotonic. Hypo, hyper, iso. There are the 3 different kind of solutions. All the solution we are put it inside one animal cell. Right. Now here children, already we know that water process. Here the osmosis process is going to occur. Why? Because water only going to move from higher concentration to lower concentration. Here the first solution is the solution water concentration is higher than the outside. Suppose the concentration is more outside than the inside. So automatically where to where the water will move? It moves from outside to inside the cell. Outside to inside the cell. After sometimes what will happen? The size of the cells become swells. Why the cells are swell children? Because the water enter inside through the selectively permeable membrane by the process of osmosis. So the concentration here in hypotonic solution outside the cell. Compare than outside, the inside the cell water amount will be very less. So water is going from outside to inside. Automatically the cells swell. Right. Next one is hypertonic. Hypertonic means here what happened? Hyper means more. The water content is more inside than the outside. So the water level is more inside the cell compare than outside. So outside the water content is very less. Automatically what will happen? This water move from inside to outside the cell. So automatically the cell shrink. the cell become shrink. Understand what I am telling? Here also osmosis process occur, but here the water moves from inside the cell to outside the cell. Automatically the size of the cell shrink. This is called a hypertonic solution. The third solution, it is the water content is equal from inside as well as outside, so that both are equal. So no process, no osmosis process will occur. So no changes inside the cell. This called what? Isotonic solution. Children, I hope you all are understood. There are the three different kinds of solution we prepared. One is hypertonic, hypertonic and isotonic. Hypertonic, that is outside the concentration is more, so the water move out to in. So the cells swell. Then second one, hypertonic, inside concentration is more, so the water moves from inside to outside. The cell shrink. Isotonic, no changes because the concentration is equal from outside and inside. So that is the reason no movement of water molecules. So from this behavior we come to know the level of the solution, either hypo or hyper or isotonic. Now we are going to discuss on the structure of plasma membrane. In previous we discussed plasma membrane is also called cell membrane. It is very delicate, selectively permeable membrane and flexible membrane, and it is a living membrane. Then here we need to discuss what is made up of, what is composed of the plasma membrane. That we are going to discuss on the heading structure of plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is composed of lipid as well as protein. So it is made up of two substances, one is lipid, another one is protein. Here the lipid and protein are present, but the lipids are arranged in a bilayer. So in plasma membrane, lipid are arranged in the bilayer. So that bilayer, one layer is called non-polar layer, another one is called polar layer. So lipid composed in plasma membrane, there are the two layers are present. One is non-polar membrane, another one is polar membrane. Then only one protein membrane is present. Clear? Now this plasma membrane structure we can't see on our ordinary microscope. We need high magnified microscope. So this structure we can see under the help of electron microscope. Right? If you see this type of structure we will get under the electron microscope, children. I already told lipid is bilayer, one is non-polar end, another one is polar end. What is mean by non-polar end? Non-polar end means, in your scientific term if you want to tell, that is a hydrophobic end. Hydro means water, phobic means hate or afraid. So this end, non-polar end is a hydrophobic end, it hate of water. So water hater. Right. The next end, polar end, is hydrophilic end. Hydro means water, philic means attract. So this end will be attract the water. So we can say it is a water lover. So this you are detailing you will study in your higher classes. Now you have to see the structure here. Here you just see, children, it is look like a matchsticks. You just take the matchsticks from the matchbox. You arranged in this way. Right. So all the headed portion in one side, another headed portion is downside. So you just imagine the headed portions are called hydrophilic end. What is mean by hydrophilic end? It loves, it attract the water. Then this portion is are called hydrophobic end. So hydrophobic means it hates water. This way the two layers of lipids are arranged. In between, the proteins are embedded inside the lipid molecules. Here, this is the orange color one I draw here. These all are called protein molecules. These protein molecules are embedded inside the lipid membrane. This way, the plasma membrane structure is arranged. Right, children? I hope you have understood. Thank you. Have a nice day.